Hey guys, welcome to our one of our last. This will be our one of our last projects actually. The next one you're going to get is your summative, kind of like final exam for science. More information will be coming to you next week, but for this week, we are going to look at this document here. It's called Sugar Science. So the requirements are pretty straightforward, but let's go through the document first. I'm not actually going to show you any of those experiments today because I want you to do some discovery on your own. Um, anyways, so the first thing you need to do is watch the reflection about last week's project, and it's on Edpuzzle. It's very short, but it's just a bit of my thoughts on that. And here is where you will have clicked on this video, and it's about sugar. So this week you can choose any project you want, really, any science experiment that you can find or come up with. You could create your own. But the goal is that your main ingredient is sugar. So it somehow needs to incorporate sugar into the experiment. You can use other things, but the main part is sugar. So it says here, with sugar as your main ingredient, create your own at-home experiment and discover some of the amazing properties of sugar. Right here, are 4 examples of projects you could do. So if you're struggling to find one on your own, then this is a place where you could start. But I didn't want to say that you had to do one of them in particular, because maybe not everybody has the ingredients, and maybe you'll find one that you're more passionate about. So I wanted to leave some choice for you guys. Okay. So if you click on the link, there's either a YouTube video here. This one requires food coloring, and maybe not everybody has food coloring at home, so you may or may not be able to do that one, but it's pretty cool. This one here involves just dissolving sugar, and maybe you come up with an experiment where you have different amounts of water, and you try to see how much sugar you could dissolve. Maybe you have, sorry, my phone is going off. Just gonna mute that. Maybe you have different temperatures of water, and you want to compare how much sugar you can dissolve in each temperature. It's up to you how you structure it, but again, the goal is that you use sugar as your main ingredient and you explain what's happening. Okay. You could make rock candy, but remember, this rock candy does take a while, so it takes 2 or 3 days at least for the rock candy to form, and you do need to have some certain things. But there's some instructions here on this website, or you can just type it in. There's loads and loads of experiments like that. And the fire snake is probably the most dangerous one, and you do need to have some special ingredients. And you definitely need to have your parents involved with this one, because it is a bit sketchy, and you do need to do it outside, and you need to have the right stuff so that you're not making any mistakes. Okay. But there's some information about how that one works. And the goal then is for you to post this on Flipgrid, just like we've been doing. I want you to explain the procedure, what's happening, what did you do to get your experiment going, and then what's happening. So what is the result? Like what makes this work? How do you make the rock candy? Why does the fire snake go up, or whatever you're doing? Why does sugar even dissolve in water? That's a big question. And if you can answer those kind of things in an explanation kind of way, then that would be really good. Okay, so I've given you an extra day to work on this. So if you can have that experiment completed by Thursday, that gives you an extra day to figure out some of the things that you need to do. And then make sure that you're looking at other people's Flipgrids and responding to them. Okay. I haven't given you any extra questions this week because I think getting the experiment up and running just with my instruction of it needs to contain sugar, that's probably going to keep you busy enough. Okay, so choose your own kind of adventure here with sugar as the main ingredient. Make sure you explain the procedure and what's happening in the experiment, so some of the science behind it. And good luck. Hopefully we see lots of different things, and I'm excited to see how people do. Okay. Thanks, guys. And I'll give you more information about next week's final project soon.